prime wrench. This is my 2019 1248. We're going to be putting bars on, nice chisel bars, and we're going to go ahead and take these chrome exhaust covers and put some black shotgun exhaust covers on. Let's go through that. I have a 17-year-old son. He doesn't put the tools back where they go in the toolbox. We're going to start on the bars first. Tools you're going to need right now are a Torx T27 bit and a 1/4 inch hex head bit, Allen bit, whatever you want to call it. The Torx bit is for the controls. We'll get started on those now. I know what you're thinking. That guy needs a lift. And you're right. One-inch chisel bars, Harley-Davidson brand, XL1200X. This job doesn't require that you change your clutch cable or your throttle cable assembly, but it does require that you change your brake line, and you get a 10-inch switch extension. That way everything for here in your electronics gets extended and you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and take these controls completely off now. To take your button housings off, this is a T25. Your cables are going to be right up through your handlebars, so you got to pull these little plugs out. Don't feel too bad about damaging them. If you do, you're not going to reuse them. Yeah, don't swing and ratchet the helmet too much. Just ding your paint. I'm loosening each of the clamp bolts evenly so as not to overload one or the other, and to relax the bar pressure equally as well. Did I mention I have a 17-year-old son that doesn't put tools back where they go in the toolbox? This is a machine screw that holds the brake line onto the triple tree. It needs anti-seize on it to keep it from corroding into the triple tree. Yeah. Maybe some anti-seize on that too, huh? Hear that? See that? We don't want that. See that white stuff on there? That means that this bolt is corroding into its spot. If I were doing this probably 5 years down the road, instead of, this is January the 31st, 2020, I bought this bike October the 28th of 2019, and it could be a lot worse than this. There's nothing wrong with these bars. I put 1,700 miles on this bike already. These bars are great. I just want the chisel bars. Another little clip you won't need. Probably going to take my compressor, put some air in this, take it off. Not right now though. Compressor's pretty loud. See, triple tree's aluminum. Okay, when you put steel and aluminum together, they oxidize. Oxidation causes binding. Binding causes problems. I don't know if you noticed it or not. What's that about? Probably gonna have to take that off, tighten it up on the inside. Came from a factory that way. Nothing against Harley Davidson. I probably should have tightened it up sooner than now. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we're going to get in here because we have to extend our cables, remember. We're going to cut these tie wraps. The wiring is simply goes to this plastic piece that'll be removed whenever I do the tank lift. It's going to be a DK Customs tank lift. I'm going to relocate the coil and relocate the ignition. But right now, all I'm concerned with is getting enough slack in this cable. And I think we can get it because it's not actually in the wire loom that goes down the outside out there. Let me go to the other side and see if there's another tie wrap over there. There is a tie wrap on the outside, and I think it's primarily for the ignition assembly. I think all of the wiring that I need to get loose is pretty loose already. I just need to fish it through here. Okay. I've lifted the tank and I've got a piece of wood wrapped with an old t-shirt that I had here in the shop, and that way nothing's getting scratched, nothing's getting marred, you know. It's just better for everyone involved, mainly me, that I don't mar my paint, and that seems to be, can't tell, to identify it again, and take that coil loose. That'd probably get me in there a little better. I'll be right back. Spent a large portion of my life as an IBW, inside journeyman wireman, and see that? That's what you want. That is antioxidant joint compound. That way you put steel parts and aluminum parts together. You don't have the problem we saw earlier. Anyway, back to this. So the control wiring is on the other side of this plastic cover. That will disappear soon enough. This is for the right side controls. I don't think I'm going to have to put the extension on the left side, because when I pulled out the slack, there was literally like, that's like 9-10 inches right there rolled up, and I think this is going to go. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to route it down through the handlebar and test that fit. This one, on the other hand, is going to get rerouted. No, I don't smoke. It's kind of chilly here in the shop today. Alright. So that's going to go together. And we're going to put that back right there momentarily. Does that give us a considerable length? We'll see. Tie wrap all that back together in a minute. Alright, let's set the tank down and check our fit in just a minute. I don't know if there's too much bourbon in the coffee or too much coffee in the bourbon. I haven't figured it out yet. So, in the interests of possible copyright infringement, I haven't put any music in this video. I've got plenty of music here in the shop to play, but in lieu of the music, you get to hear me breathe and sniffle and any other bodily noises that may come into play. Too much coffee in the bourbon. Alright, so trick. You ready for this? I didn't want to fire the compressor up and blow a piece of twine through the handlebars. Alright, let's do this again. I don't know if I lost Wi-Fi connection, the battery went dead. I'm really not sure. So I changed the battery anyway and turned the Wi-Fi off on the phone. Okay, so anyway, in lieu of turning on the compressor and it being so loud and all that business, I got a piece of trimming line, you know, for your weed eater. Tied a, what is this? This appears to be a 7mm socket, something like that, maybe smaller, I don't know. Okay, 4mm, right. Tie the twine, tie a knot, drop it down through the hole, fish it through your bar. Okay, hook your wires to it, pull them through, and roll it, shim of us, brother. Yeah. So, After wrestling with the Molex plugs and not getting all the wires out of them and breaking one of the wires, I was trying to get it out, I went ahead and cut the plugs off, solder, heat shrink, full cable. You know, I don't know if it's gonna void the warranty or not, but it is what it is. And now we can put these fucking handlebars on. And in case you hadn't guessed, it's a new day. Okay, like we said last night, no locks, hardware. It doesn't take a lot, and this has been sitting for a while, so we shall mix it. No locks is basically the same thing as anti-seize. It's just made specifically for aluminum, and works pretty good. Okay, so if you center the knurling with the center of the hole on the top bolts of your triple tree, your handlebars should be centered. Now, I don't know if it works for all other bars, but it works pretty well for this, and it's pretty much dead on center. So we'll go ahead and mount these up. You'll want to sit on a seat and adjust your bars to your comfort zone, comfort level, right or triangle, whatever you want to call it. I've already sat down and centered the bars up and got them where I want them. We'll go ahead and lock those down now. You know, there we go. Good. Okay, and we'll put this back on like we took it off, one side at a time. Do the front, do the back, do the front, alternate, cross pattern like you'd do on a engine block, something of that nature. I considered getting the Speedo relocation kit and putting it down here, but I just don't feel that I would like it down there. And when I'm riding, I can glance down and check my speed without really taking my eyes off the road, whereas if it's down here next to the front jug, I'm going to be looking down at basically my forward controls to check my speed, and that's not something I'm interested in. We still have to put the new brake line on. We'll go ahead and put this side back together, and we'll do the brake line after that. We also have to do the grip as well. That won't be terribly involved. Now the factory did not put any Loctite on the Torx bolts for these, and I don't think I'm going to either, just for the simple fact that I check this stuff regularly, and you should too. The running theme on this channel will be, I have a 17-year-old son, and he doesn't know how to put things back in the toolbox where they go.